This protest was filmed May 29th in front of the CNN building in Atlanta in reaction to the murder of George Floyd by police. Interestingly, this coverage by CNN actually covers the destruction of the CNN building. I thought it was important to talk about the protest paradigm here, the negative ways in which media companies often present or talk about protests to the public in ways that shape our public opinion, especially because this company has such a personal connection to this protest. We see initially that the video focuses on violence. There's an idea of people throwing rocks. This camera's pan over to a car on fire. There's an idea that protesters are there to combat with the police. There's a discussion and narratival structure of individual events over issues. The protesters are moving around, they came here, they went there, but we lose the purpose of the protest. The idea that protesters are there to combat a real issue in black and brown communities, police violence and police brutality. This fits two protest characteristics of the protest paradigm into one when we pan over to the CNN building. The narrator talks about graffiti on the building and people being arrested with a focus on crime, but he also evokes public opinion being the norm violation. It's not just graffiti on the building, it's cuss words. It's designed to make protesters look like criminals, but also just kind of bad and immoral people. There's also a preferred narratival structure in play here. Objects are talked about being thrown at police with aggression, but then when tear gas is mentioned, it's not an action of state violence, but something that's designed to push an unruly crowd back. It's designed to show protesters as rioters. Therefore, this coverage of the George Floyd protests by CNN unfortunately evokes a lot of the characteristics of the protest paradigm. The protest is painted as a riot, and protesters are painted as deviants.